silver stacking on a budget and how, as a 15-year-old, I am stacking silver and what it looks like to be stacking from a 15-year-old's perspective. So, in today's stream, we're mostly going to go over stacking on a budget, like tips and like how you can stack more silver on a tight budget. Because if a 15-year-old can stack a lot of precious metals with a very, very small budget, so can you adults, and so can you new investors. You don't need to be rich to stack precious metals, and I'm going to be proving that in today's live stream. If people come in here, we'll do some question answering as well. So the first thing I'm going to talk really about is why you want to stack silver in the first place. So silver, gold, and platinum are all good like hedges against inflation. For me personally, I use precious metals as a savings account so that I can have more savings for my own car and a house later in the future, because I'm only 15 years old, so I'm saving up for a house and car right now. Those are the big things. So far, I have been stacking silver for 4 years, and these are some of my best tips and tricks and options for stacking on a budget. So the first option for stacking on a budget I'll go over is goldbacks. If you want to stack gold. What's up, Joseph Lopez? We got one person here chilling with us, and it's Joseph Lopez. Joseph, we're talking about stacking precious metals on a budget. Actually, I think I want to go over. Oh, I don't know which topic because there's so many good budget options. So mainly I stack as a savings account and it hedges against inflation. But yeah, we're gonna go and start with goldbacks. So gold is really, really expensive. The high for gold was $3,400 an ounce. Right now you can buy gold for $3,200 an ounce, which is really, really high. At 15, I am definitely not able to afford a whole ounce of gold. So how I've been stacking gold is through goldbacks. These are notes infused with gold. And as you can see, this is 1/1000th of an ounce of gold. So this contains 1/1000th of an ounce. So if I had 1,000 of these notes, I would actually have an ounce of gold. This is mainly how I've been stacking gold. I have a lot of these goldbacks. Goldbacks have different denominations. I want to try to take like a little bit of time explaining them, like not too much time, because usually I talk about goldbacks all the time. But they have different denominations, 1 through 100. So the bigger denominations have more gold in them. So this one is 1/100th of an ounce of gold. We got 15 people here. What's up, everybody? We are talking about budget stacking precious metals, like how we can stack precious metals on a tight budget. I'm 15 years old, so my budget's pretty small, and this is my favorite way of stacking gold on a budget right now, because gold is the king of all the precious metals, so we had to start with gold. So these are the goldbacks. Mina says, "Hi, bro. How are you? I am good. How about you?" Yeah, so this is a goldback. They go 1 through 100. Bigger denominations have more gold, so this is going to be a 1. They're really gorgeous. But I stack these. Goldbacks right now go for $6.40 per goldback. So this 10 goldback is worth $60, okay? You can buy the different sizes, and it's really nice because there's different sizes of gold you can buy. So the 1 goldback only costs $6. I think everybody has $6. I mean, a bag of chips costs $3. So if you want actual gold, real 24 karat gold, you can get some for $6. That's why I love goldbacks. Next up in the list, I would say is oh my goodness, I have like notes here. Fractional bullion. Okay, so fractional bullion is very important to a stack. I'll just show some off. So I stack some silver too. This is a 1/4 ounce silver coin, so it's not an ounce of silver. In precious metals, you stack by the ounce or by the gram. The more ounces you get, the better, because the bigger you buy, so like the more you buy at the same time, the cheaper it normally is. It's kind of like buying in bulk. Buying more is always better, because it's just how it works. Like the bigger sizes are definitely going to be better. So yeah. This is a 1/4 ounce of silver right here. I got it out and I don't have any gloves on. It's okay. So this guy, it's actually only worth about $10 for a 1/4 ounce. So you could go out and get this right now. for 10 bucks. I think it's an okay price. Definitely, if you can get bigger, go for bigger. But fractional bullion is a great way to start investing in silver and gold if you want to do that. I love fractional because there are fractional sizes in like every single size. Like all budgets can start stacking. That quarter ounce that I showed you costs about $10. I have a 1 gram, which is very tiny. This 1 gram silver bar. This guy goes for about $3. That's really expensive because an ounce of silver costs 32 bucks, and a gram costs 31. You need oh, thank you. Dill, thank you for subscribing. Sorry, I probably butchered the name. It's fine. 1 gram. So you need 31 grams to make an ounce, and 1 gram costs $3. So you're gonna be paying $61 at the end of the day to get 1 ounce of silver instead of paying $32. So the grams are not really worth it if you're trying to get a lot of silver, but if you're just starting, the grams can be a good way to get into it. I wouldn't recommend going any smaller than a gram. I could basically lose this at any point. Like, it is so small. Like, comparison, this is a US dime right here, and this is the gram. So, like, you put that on top. That's how small the gram is. It is very little, and the camera makes it look even bigger than it actually is. So, your grams, very small, but very, like, possible to stack if you're just getting into it. I can show you more. So this is platinum. It's a 1 gram platinum piece. This goes for $50. Same thing with the silver gram. Grams are very expensive. If you were to buy 31 grams, it's always more expensive than the metal price. Platinum is worth $1,000 right now. If you were to buy 31 grams of platinum, just buying it by the gram, you would be paying like $1,600 for an ounce of platinum. So it's not worth it based on that. But if you're just wanting to start and that's what you have enough for, go ahead and buy the gram. We got a lot of different types of like silver and gold here on the table, but mostly we're going to be talking about constitutional silver. So constitutional silver is any dimes, quarters, and half dollars from before 1964. Why this is important is because in 1964, that was the last year that the United States minted their coins in silver. So if you get a coin from 1965, it is made out of clad, it is made out of nickel, and the metal content is not really expensive. But if you get anything before 1964, there is actually 90% silver in there. With that being said, 90% silver means that these coins actually are worth more than their face value. So this coin right here, even though it's just a quarter, is actually worth $6 in silver just for this 1 quarter, which is really cool. This dime is worth $2 in silver, and half dollars are worth like $12 right now in silver. You have a lot of these different things. Let me like show you my desk so you can see. So this is constitutional silver. It's one of the best budget-friendly silvers, in my opinion. Of course, gold is pretty expensive, same with platinum, so that's like not really budget-friendly, but you know, everyone has their own budget, so if you can afford it, go ahead and buy that stuff. So here we go. This is constitutional silver. So basically how this stuff works is to calculate the silver in here, you do it by face value. So a dime is worth 10 cents, a quarter is worth 25 cents, half dollars are 50 cents, and a dollar coin is obviously a dollar. When you count your face value, it's the value of the coin. So these quarters right here, 2 quarters is 50 cents in face value. If you have $1.40 in face value, that is 1 ounce of silver. So I can give you guys the exact numbers for all of these coins, starting with the dime. Just so you know, this is a Mercury dime. It's a way older variant of, it's the dime before we had the Roosevelt dime, okay? So this is like an older dime. I like getting the older stuff that it makes it obvious that it's rare, because I don't want someone to spend my money and just think it's like a $10, like a 10-cent piece. I would rather them know it's something rare. just for people who don't really understand coinage yet. So this is a dime. It has 0.0723 ounces of silver. So you would need 14 of these to make 1 ounce of silver. 14 silver dimes to make 1 ounce of silver, okay? Silver quarters have approximately 0.1808 ounces of silver, meaning you would need 6 of these about to make 1 ounce of silver. The next one is half dollars. These are going to have 3.617 ounces of silver. So you're going to need about 3 of them to make an ounce of silver. They get bigger and bigger. And then lastly, we've got dollar coins, which I don't currently have one on me because dollar coins are kind of expensive. But yeah, basically that's how you would make an ounce of silver. So stacking this stuff is incredibly smart. When you buy silver, you can never get it at the exact price of silver. That is called spot price. There is always a premium because dealers and the people selling it need to make some money as well. So junk silver has kind of a lower premium. Like most of the time when you buy silver, the price is like $33 an ounce right now, but you're usually paying $35 to $36 an ounce of silver. It's just like an acquisition cost is what I'd say. So as you are acquiring these metals, you're getting charged a little bit to do so. But the thing is, if you believe in metals long term, this shouldn't be an issue because you think your metals are going to go back up in price over time, right? And so this is my constitutional right here. I love the sound of this stuff. You can this sounds different than modern stuff. It sounds like it clinks better. But yeah, this is constitutional silver. Definitely worth stacking. Basically how you can judge if constitutional silver is a good price is it's called face value. Like they base it on face value, if that makes sense. So if you want to buy $1 of face value, 23x face value is a good price, meaning 23 times face value. So 23 times whatever you're buying. So if you're buying $1 of face value in this 90% silver, 23 times that, which is $23, is a good price for junk silver. The average price right now is like $23 to 23 times to 24 times face value on all of this constitutional silver. Hopefully I'm explaining this well. If you guys are following along, just put something in the chat, like an emoji, so that I know if I'm explaining this well, because sometimes it's harder to explain it live. We got 3 people here, and we're at 8 likes on the stream already, and we're 13 minutes in talking about stacking on a budget. This is absolutely awesome. But yeah, that is those are just like different options for stacking. So just a recap real quick. Goldbacks are right here. This is the best fractional gold in my opinion. These are definitely a love or hate thing. Some people love them, some people absolutely hate them. Constitutional silver right here. This is timeless. Most stackers love this. And then we've got fractional bullion. Fractional just means anything below an ounce. So if it's not an ounce, it's fractional. So this 1/4 of an ounce is fractional. A gram is fractional. Just anything under an ounce. Those are your 3 options for buying precious metals. I want to show off a piece that I really enjoy. For stacking gold, I always stack 1 10th ounce coins, meaning 10 of them would make an ounce. These go for about $350 to $370 a piece right now. This is an American Gold Eagle. I got this velvet box at my coin shop for this coin. But yeah, this is my first ever gold pickup was this coin. These are very, very good like starting point if you are disciplined to save money. This is only $300 for a 1 10th ounce piece of gold, like actual gold. It weighs about 3.2 grams of gold. So it's a big piece of gold. If you are disciplined, I would start saving up for either 1 ounce silver coins or 1 10th ounce gold. Platinum is not a good investment when you're just getting started because platinum is kind of competitive and not a lot of people buy it right now, so it's kind of like a unique market to get yourself into. So I would stay clear of platinum as a new investor. Though I love platinum as a metal and like as a speculative play, I'm definitely not telling anybody they should buy platinum because it is not huge yet right now. Okay. Now I'm going to get on to some tips and tricks that I've learned along with stacking on a budget. So one of the main things is knowing what your budget is, okay? Because some people have a different budget. Personally, I make about $50 a week that I can spend on precious metals. I don't end up spending all my money because I want to enjoy my life, which I will talk about in a second. But I have a smaller budget than most people, so I really have to be paying attention to what I buy, if it's a good deal, and if it fits into my strategy. So my strategy is the second I am able to buy a car or real estate, everything in my stack is going. So I am buying a lot of coins that I am willing to sell. Some people don't want to sell their coins. Personally, whenever I have enough money to buy a car or a house, I'm selling all this stuff. Like, it's going to be gone in a blink of an eye. I only have a few pieces that actually have sentimental value to me, but most of my stuff I'm getting rid of as soon as I can just because I'm using this basically as a bank account because I hate cash. Like, I hate saving in cash. I'd rather have metals. But yeah, one thing you really need to pay attention to is knowing your actual budget. So if you make $100 a month, but you have to pay for bills or you have to pay for phone service or like your Spotify account and it costs like $10, you can't overspend. What I'm basically saying is you never want to go into debt for precious metals and you never want to overextend yourself to where you have to work harder or you don't have enough money to live comfortably. For me, I have no expenses, so my $50 that I make every single week, I usually spend about $30 a week on precious metals. But if you have expenses or if you have anything else like that, I would really figure out a tight budget for yourself and what you can afford to spend without stressing yourself out. I like to leave $20 for myself to live my life. One thing that stacking you need to know about stacking or investing in general is you have to have enough money to, one, enjoy your life. Like, enjoy what you're doing, enjoy living on the planet. Not everything is about hoarding money, okay? So, like, if you are not able to go out with friends, have fun, like, have leisure time, then you need to change your budget. If you are stacking to a point where you are not able to enjoy your life or spend time with family, that is not healthy and you need to like readjust your budget a little bit so that you can like enjoy your life. But after that, then I would focus on stacking, right? Hopefully this is making sense. Just kind of going through like what I've learned. Let me see my notes real quick because I put like the order of what I want to do. So yeah, figure out your real budget, and then the next tip is utilize giveaways, okay? This sounds a little interesting, but when I first started stacking silver and gold, I didn't have enough money to spend more than $5 a month. And $5 can only get you about one silver dime every single month. That's what I was buying. But on social media and YouTube, a lot of people run giveaways where they give away free silver dimes, silver quarters, silver half dollars. They give away stuff to their community. And what I was finding was I actually found a lot of giveaways. Like, this is a little sad to say, but I used to giveaway hunt. So I would go around YouTube and find people who were doing giveaways and I would enter every single giveaway until I won. And I got to a point where I was like watching live streams of other YouTubers like every week and I kept winning giveaways like really consistently. So I was winning a free silver dime or a free quarter. Those free like little things really add up. So if you can find free giveaways, utilize that. It sounds a little bit like sketchy, but I would still, especially if you're a teenager, utilize free giveaways, guys, because you can get a lot of cool things from giveaways. I mean, I have like a bunch of like community stickers from like the silver stacking community, like the Silver Dragons rigged sticker. I have East Coast prospecting sticker. Like I've won all of these stickers and like all of these things from giveaways. Yankee stacking, like I won a lot of different giveaways. And that's how I actually got like a lot of this constitutional silver and this too is free stuff I've been given. But if I had to be honest, like in value wise, how much I've gotten from giveaways, I've probably won $100 in giveaways. So like a free $100, and that is huge for me. Another thing you can utilize is flipping, okay? So if you get like a really expensive, here, let me just do an example with something I personally own. So a while ago, I found a really good deal on a 1/2 gram gold piece. This is a 1/2 gram gold guitar. These pieces are very limited mintage, meaning there are only about 15,000 of this guitar in the world, and it's actually really rare, and people will buy it for a lot of money. It's only a 1/2 gram of gold, so it's only worth about $40-50. But I could actually sell this coin for $100. Also, I bought this coin when gold was a lot cheaper, and I'm actually considering selling this for $100 and then buying more metals with the profits, because I got it for 30, I could sell it for 100. That's $70 for free. So guys, think about that. Utilize flipping stuff. Utilize what you already have. So if you don't have anything like a coin that has appreciated in value, maybe think about what you have in your house that's just sitting there that's absolutely useless and sell it to buy precious metals. Because no matter what you do, you can, if you are dedicated to something, you can find a way to fit that into your budget. Maybe you go get a cup of coffee every day. That's $3, okay? $3 every day on coffee. If you saved that $3 for even a month, you'd have enough to buy an ounce of silver. 1 whole ounce of silver just for giving away, like giving up coffee for a month. So try to give up or utilize different things, because sometimes there's stuff you don't need that you're paying for, or sometimes you have stuff that's actually worth more money than you think. Also, sometimes you just have a lot of crap in your house that you don't necessarily use, and you can make free money from that and spend that on precious metals. Okay, I got one more tip, I think. Let me see. So yeah, flip or trade. Utilize giveaways. Okay. The third tip is find good deals. This one is about patience and discipline. The better deals you find, the more silver and gold you can stack up. This is a very simple concept, and this is how people build those massive collections on YouTube, like of collectibles, like sports cards and stuff. You find good deals and you utilize that. So one of the easiest tools I have found to find good deals, it's actually called findbullionprices.com. If you put it into Google, it will actually show you the best prices for a lot of different things. So I'm going to show you guys Find Bullion Prices right now. It's called findbullionprices.com. And here, I'm actually going to set this here, and I'm going to hold the camera so you guys can see this better. Okay, so Find Bullion Prices. It's right here. It's at the top if you search Find Bullion Prices. And then you click this, and what it does is it brings you to this site, and it has cheapest gold, cheapest silver. The ones that you are going to see, though, are like the bigger things, okay? Because, let me see. It's going to show bigger items first. Look. Like, the bigger, the cheaper. Because, as I told you, buying in bulk is always going to be cheaper. But for you guys, we're not going to be able to buy in bulk, probably. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just doing this to show you guys. 40% silver Kennedys, 100 face value. That is a lot of money. It actually costs $962. But let's just find something more reasonable that you guys will be able to afford here. Okay, a 10-ounce silver bar. You click here, and it shows you all the different places you can buy it, and it compares prices for you. This place is not 100% accurate, so I would check eBay before you check this place, because it doesn't actually check all of the eBay stores. like Find Bullion doesn't check all the eBay stores. So sometimes you'll miss something really good on eBay. But you can click here, it'll show the website, and voila. A 10-ounce silver bar, the cheapest one it could find was $335. You can do this for literally anything. Let's just search up, let's go back up to Find Bullion prices. And we'll just go gold, what do we want? Let's go with a gold American Eagle. You just click it, okay? 1 10th-ounce gold eagle. The cheapest one is $361. Right here at Summit Metals. We can click it and make sure that's true. Sometimes they lie and like the price isn't like, look, it said 300. Look at this. Sometimes they lie. It said 361.84, but if you actually go to the website, it says 362. It's because this website cannot analyze everything at the same time, but it does give you a very good idea of the cheapest ones. So you can just go through these and find the cheapest metal, whatever you're looking for, whether that's gold, silver, platinum, or full collections, I guess. It's pretty cool. Not sponsored, it's just a cool tool I always use. That is called findbullionprices.com, if you're wondering. And yeah, that is pretty much the tips and tricks I'm going to give you for stacking on a budget. Another one is just staying consistent. Like, buy whenever you can. It's not a race with other people. One of the hardest things I've noticed about living in a social media driven world is that you compare yourself to a lot of other people. Like, I am consistently like looking at someone else's collection and being like, my collection sucks compared to that. But that never makes you happier. It actually just it makes your life a lot harder, you know. So yeah, I feel like don't compare your stack to other people's and just go at your own pace, because it's not about everyone else. It's about you, and it's about your financial goals. It's not about where everyone else is at. You don't need to focus on that. So yeah, that is stacking on a budget. Now we have 3 people in the chat, and I'm wondering, does anybody have any questions for me about silver stacking in general? And if you don't, we will end the stream in about 3 minutes, because those are all my tips for stacking precious metals on a budget. But I also would love to talk to chat and my audience watching this. We've got 10 likes on the stream and 3 people watching. That's absolutely amazing. Any tips on reselling collectibles or limited vintage silver coins? Yeah, so my main tip for that is go to eBay first and look at the comps, like the sold listings, and see what the coin is selling for, right? Because first you need to know how much it sells for. Then, if you have a local coin shop or an LCS, go to your local coin shop and ask them if they've seen that coin and what they'd give you for it. Like, what would they give you for it in person, right? Because sometimes they'll just pay you a lot for a coin in person, and then it saves a lot of time. But after that, list it on eBay for just like a tad bit cheaper than it goes for, and then you can sell those coins like immediately and then flip them into something else. That is the best strategy, and that's what I found that works for me. Is I do everything through eBay because it's just simple, and then my second source of selling is I go to my local coin shop and see what they'll pay me. You could also use social media to sell your pieces. Like, you could find an audience and tell them, like, get them interested in pieces and see if people want to buy the piece from you, because there are a lot of stackers on social media. So you could try to sell it there if you really wanted to. But a lot of those rare coins, a lot of people know about, because collectible coins, people collect coins, right? So that's my thought on selling collectible coins to build your stack. Another thing, if you want to build your stack really, really fast, start investing in the stock market. The stock market returns on average 10% a year. You could sell that 10% and buy silver. Silver's been pretty stagnant and hasn't been moving a lot recently, so you could use stock returns or crypto returns to buy more silver. We got 2 people here right now. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, which is actually crazy to me. So if you guys are not subscribed, please do so, because we are almost at 500 subscribers, and I'd love to be able to share more financial tips and like tricks that I've learned over collecting. So yeah. So many people keep like commenting on stuff. Like I see comment notifications, and like during the stream I've seen so many. Also, how can you resell YouTuber silver pours for profit? Because I have one and it's been made by Bottle Top Bandit. Joseph Lopez. I wouldn't know how to sell YouTube pours. So basically what Joseph Lopez is talking about is some YouTubers, they like make their own silver and it like has branding on it. That poured stuff can be really hard to sell because it has to be a very specific audience. So like most people probably would just pay for the silver price on that, Joseph, unless they know unless they like watch Bottle Top Bandit, cuz like I'm not paying more if I don't know who I'm paying for, if that makes sense. Like I'm not going to pay more for a YouTuber I don't care about or a name I don't care about. So yeah. Dude, I'm so obsessed with just doing this. You guys hear that? Oh yeah. These are 3 silver coins right here. They're all the different half dollars lined up. I love these coins. So fun. So yeah, I don't know how you would sell YouTuber pours. I don't actually own any poured silver right now because it has a high premium and I'm just trying to get as much as I can. Another thing I can show off real quick while we're streaming is my new ring. I got this. It is sterling silver, so 9.25 silver. Jewelry, I'm gonna make a whole video on investing in this stuff, but it's really fun. This ring is pretty fun to have. But if you come across jewelry at cheap prices, sometimes it can be worth buying because you can like melt it down and you have silver in that. Sometimes you can find antique spoons and stuff like that that are silver for like really cheap. That's something to keep in mind. But yeah. Any other questions from anybody out here? Because we are kind of just chilling in the stream for a second. But yeah, stacking on a budget is really, really important, guys. And it's important that you continue to build your stack with your own budget. This is how I stack platinum on a budget. Right here. I stack the 1/10 ounce platinum coins. They go for like 120 bucks a piece. Not very expensive. Like for saving wise, it takes me about a month to save up for one of them. Then I buy one, like, oh, look at this. Platinum 1/10 right here. That's $100. This is $100. These are all $100, and I got a lot of them right here. Platinum. Pretty cool. So if you guys have any questions for a 15-year-old investor, this is your time to ask in the chat. If not, that is okay, and we'll hop off the stream. Any more questions from y'all? Because I'm about to get off in a little if we don't got more questions. My next video, guys, will be uploaded probably next week. How do you convert 7 40% Kennedys into an ounce of generic 1 ounce silver coins? Because I'm struggling to get an ounce of silver in trade. Yeah, the 40%ers are very hard to trade. I don't like 40% silver because it has a low premium and it's kind of junk. Like, people don't stack 40%ers anymore. It's really annoying, but it's true. People don't stack the 40s like they should be. I think you just have to find the right person who likes 40%ers. Maybe you could trade 8 40%ers. Like, instead of trading 7 40%ers, give them 8 40%ers for an ounce of silver. That might be a better trade, and maybe people would be more open to that because they're getting more silver. I don't know. I haven't struggled with 40%ers because I stick to 90% silver only. I never stack 40%ers. Actually, talking about 40% silver, I actually haven't talked about it in the stream, and I probably should because we were talking about Constitutional. So let me show you guys right now a deal on AppMex. I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I just like to show off deals so you guys can get things cheaper. But AppMex has a spot price deal where you could get... I have it pulled up right here. 40% silver. So this is war nickels. These are made out of 35% silver. Every 20 of them is 1 ounce of silver. So 20 war nickels equals to a little bit over 1 ounce of silver. I'm gonna do the handheld mode real quick again. Ugh, sometimes this is really hard to do. Sorry about the bad camera quality. There we go. So 20 of these is gonna be your an ounce of silver. So this purchase is at spot price, meaning you can get it at the exact price that silver is. And these are war nickels, so they are 35% silver. They needed nickel, and they needed like all the metals inside nickels back in World War II, so that they can make stuff for the war effort. And if your nickel have a mint mark above the Monticello right here, right there, then it means it's a war nickel, and it's made out of 35% silver. 20 of them is going to have an ounce. So these are kind of like the junkier junk silver, if that makes sense, okay? So these are going to be like the junky ones that like, they're not, unless you can get them at spot price, I would not buy these. Unless you can get them at spot price, which this is at spot price. And then here are 40% silver, Kennedy half dollars at spot price. I can't see anything what I'm doing. There we go. So there are $96.20 for 3 ounces of silver at spot price, because $10 face of these 40% half dollars is going to give you 3 ounces of silver. So that's just the deal of the day that I've been looking at. I might pick that one up. I'm actually considering it heavily right now, but I do not know. I also have some gold on the way, so I will be unboxing that in a future video because I got some gold coins on the way, and I'm really excited for those. Yo, what's up? How are you doing? Osh Roy, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Do you have any questions for a 15-year-old investor? Because I was about to wrap up, but if y'all have questions for me, this is the Q&A segment. If you have any financial questions at all, ask them right now or hold your peace, because I'll hop off pretty soon. We got 3 people here, guys, and this is the financial Q&A section of asking a 15-year-old anything about finance. I invest in the stock market. Buy gold. It's time for recession coming. Maybe, yeah. I have been buying a lot of gold. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is gold is on a dip right now. So gold was at $3,400 an ounce, and right now gold costs $3,200. So it's down $200 recently, which means it is a good time to buy gold. I haven't looked too much into it, Joseph. Social Security, I don't really look into it because I don't need it right now at my age, so I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't looked into that. But yeah, I would say no, don't believe people about recession. I don't think there is a recession coming. I'm pretty sure we're good on that. But I would still buy gold right now because gold is at a good price. Same with silver. Silver and gold, they've always been going up for a long, long time, so we're doing well there. Another thing I want to talk about is future videos coming up. I'm gonna be unboxing some gold. If US dollar fails, people buy gold. Exactly. Gold is a good investment long term. I love gold. I love gold. Okay. I'm going to be unboxing a 1/10 ounce gold coin coming very, very soon. I'm just waiting for it to ship because it takes a long time. I really want to start rebuilding my dividend stock portfolio, so that I'm receiving more passive income over time, and I want to make that a series. Would you guys be interested in watching me rebuild my personal dividend portfolio? Would you be interested in that? Also, I really want to do a portfolio where this is a big spoiler, but I would love to do a portfolio where I give away all the proceeds from investing to charity or to people who really need it, and just do a more of a investing with a purpose kind of series where I invest to help other people. Would you guys be interested in any of those video ideas I just said? Because those are those videos are kind of in the pipeline. So I'm wondering if y'all are interested. If interest rate increase, bonds yields are very high. then we need S&P 500 to be very high. I don't know what that means, but yeah. My mom is under Social Security retirement, and I was wondering how she could make more money out of her benefits. Does she have like a Roth IRA or like retirement accounts? Does your mom invest with like non-taxed accounts, like a Roth IRA? Because a Roth IRA is not taxed like when you take it out, but you have to be over 58 years old to take it out. So a Roth might be good for her. How old is your mom? Because depending on age is kind of like how you should be investing. Exactly, yeah. Roy, that makes sense. That's why we buy gold and silver. Gold and silver is very much important to a portfolio. It's a good safe haven asset. We got 4 people in here. We're basically just wrapping up the stream with like questions. So if y'all don't have any, I'm gonna hop off. I saw Joseph Lopez with one. We're waiting on that question to come in. My mom is senior, like 60. Yeah, so investing for your mom at this point is kind of just to live life like at a better financial situation. She could invest in any stocks, but just do it in a Roth IRA because it's not taxed at when you're past 58 years old. So that's good for your mom because she wouldn't be taxed. Yeah. The S&P 500 gives a 10% return on investment. So if you invest $100 in the S&P 500, based on history, next year that $100 would be $110. I have been investing in the S&P 500. I'm actually making a video on that. But I have 4 video ideas, so let me know what you guys think. A gold unboxing as number 1. Number 2 is a give folio, which means I give away all the money I make from investing to charity. It basically is investing with a better purpose, like investing with a real purpose to help other people, because I really don't want to just hoard money. I want to help others. Number 3 is investing $1 every day to see what happens, and I would be investing in the S&P 500 and another stock, $1 every single day. Number 4 is a full stack video of my whole precious metal stack. What do y'all think of those ideas? I got 4 people here. Go for compound interest. Yeah. Compounding is the best strategy. I've been working on compounding my portfolio. We're definitely doing good with 4 people here. But I haven't seen everybody in the chat comment. Some people might not be able to because they're like watching on a TV or something. Yeah, I know what S&P means. S&P is like the whole it's the 500 biggest companies in the United States. If you invest in the S&P 500, that means you're investing in the top 500 stocks in the United States, which is a great investment. What is a good Roth IRA that she can invest a small part of her money? Well, like a Roth IRA is like a type of account. So like I'd use Fidelity and then open a Roth IRA. It's a type of investing account. So you can invest in like normal stocks in a Roth IRA, but it just is it's better for tax options. And Roth IRAs have like a limit you can invest. I think the limit in the United States is $7,000 a year, and then once you invest that $7,000 you can't, but all of the money that you like take out of your Roth IRA, you want go for Bitcoin. It going to explode. Bitcoin is okay. I don't love Bitcoin, but I have some. So yeah, Roth IRA is a type of account, Joseph Lopez. Like it is a very it's a beneficial type of account. It's called a retirement account. An individual retirement account. That's what Roth IRA stands for. Is individual retirement account. So your mom could have one of those. But I don't know her financial situation, so it's like, yeah. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm just a 15-year-old talking about my opinions on the stock market and finance. So yeah. But guys, if you're not subscribed, please do so. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. You want good money. You do trading. Yes, I'm a stock investor, and I also have dabbled into cryptocurrency. I also have a decent precious metal stack, and I've been investing since I was 8 years old. I focus mostly on the stock market and silver stacking. Cryptocurrency, I've been doing a little bit, like Bitcoin and stuff, but I haven't had that much time to research it and get like better at it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But my goal for investing is really to just be financially free and not have to worry about basic things when I'm older, because I don't want to have to worry about money. I don't want to have to like I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job all the time. I don't see myself doing that. I don't want to go work and just be like in that rat race where I go to work, go back to bed, go to work, go to bed. You know, I want to do stuff and like travel the world. And I think finance, like stocks and crypto, that's my way out. So that's what I've been doing, is focused on that and growing it. But if you guys have any video ideas, like long form videos, like, oh yeah, I know that kind of trading. I'm not gonna do that type of trading. It's risky. I'm scared of that type of trading. Do you guys have any long form video ideas, like investing $1 a day into the stock market for a year, or like what do you want to see? Because I'm out of ideas, kind of. That's one of the hardest parts of being a YouTuber, is like having constant ideas. But I'm just rambling at this point. I feel like $3,000 in an hour, that's insanely good. That's really nice. So I think I'm going to get off, guys. Thank you for the support. I'm going to upload another video later today, probably. I will see you guys all in the next stream, y'all. Thank you so much for being here.